you've ever found yourself stuck comparing labs, stressing over minor product differences, or worrying you'll make the wrong choice, you're not alone. The truth is, obsessing over the perfect photo lab can actually hold your business back. In this video, I'm going to share the real behind-the-scenes insight you won't hear in Facebook groups or see in glossy ads, just what actually works in the real world, what to watch out for, and how to make a decision that lets you move forward confidently. Stick around to the end because I'm not only going to break down the hidden costs and risks that nobody talks about, but I'll also share what's worked best for our most successful studios and how you can avoid the common pitfalls that trip up even the most experienced photographers. If you want to stop spinning your wheels, start serving your clients better, and actually make more money with a whole lot less stress, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. We've worked with almost all of the industry's photographic labs, and we've built relationships with many of their teams over the years. We respect their work, and we're not here to tell you that only one lab is the right choice. What we want to do is share what we've seen in real-world scenarios, what actually works best for running a successful business and minimizing stress. Because at the end of the day, our goal is simple. We want to get albums into your clients' hands and wall art into their homes. Choosing the right lab is important, but it's not the most important thing. What matters most is just making a decision, getting started, and serving your clients with a finished product they love. That's it. Now, where we see photographers run into trouble is when they get so caught up choosing the perfect lab that they end up stuck in analysis paralysis, or they become so particular about minor differences between labs that they never make a decision. And all of that just delays the process of getting beautiful albums and art into your client's hands. So here's the thing. If you make a choice and it ends up being completely wrong, no big deal. You can always pivot. What matters is moving forward and not letting the decision-making process paralyze your progress. The reality is what works for one photographer might not work for another, and that's okay. And just to be clear, when we make recommendations, it's based on our actual experiences working with these companies. It's not based on what some keyboard warriors are saying online or the latest bit of drama stirring up in a Facebook group. It's based on results. And if you need help deciding, we can make specific recommendations based on your clientele, your brand, and what you're trying to achieve. All right, so you're trying to decide which photo lab to use when you're selecting albums and printed products for your clients. Here's the truth. In most cases, going with a bigger lab that has a solid reputation is almost always the better choice. Why? Because they have the buying power, the systems, and the dedicated customer service teams to support you when things don't go as planned. And all of that makes your life easier and your business more profitable. Smaller labs can offer unique products for sure, but they also come with challenges. Smaller labs often have less buying power, which means they're usually paying higher prices for their materials, and unfortunately, those costs tend to trickle down to you. If the lab isn't moving high volumes, they might not have the same strong relationships with suppliers, which can make them more vulnerable to stock shortages. When something goes out of stock, it impacts your client experience. Your turnaround times end up being longer, clients are frustrated, and it can feel like you're scrambling to make things right. Now, here's something else to consider. Some boutique labs do offer lower pricing, but it's often because their products are manufactured overseas. And while that can work for some, it does come with risks. Overseas manufacturing can mean importing delays, unpredictable taxes, higher shipping costs, and more opportunities for things to go wrong. Packages can arrive late, sometimes damaged from the longer shipping process, and when you factor in those added expenses and the time spent troubleshooting, that lower price doesn't really feel so low anymore. And then there's also the time zone difference. Working with a lab that's on the other side of the world can make communication difficult. You might find yourself waiting longer for responses or having to deal with issues at inconvenient hours. And when you're trying to meet deadlines or fix something quickly, that can be really frustrating. It's not just about dollars and cents, it's about the time that you spend chasing down packages, dealing with unexpected fees, handling damaged products, or waiting for customer support to get back to you. And if that lab doesn't have a dedicated customer service team, which many boutique labs don't, it can be even harder to get a quick, helpful resolution when you need it. especially around the holidays when demand is high and clients have tight deadlines. Larger labs have the infrastructure to handle those spikes in volume without breaking a sweat. Smaller labs, they might not. That often leads to earlier holiday cutoffs, longer turnaround times, and limited availability for last-minute orders. And those high demand periods are crucial for your business. And then, of course, there's the issue with rising costs. When a lab doesn't have volume to negotiate favorable rates with suppliers, prices go up, and you end up paying more for the same products you could be getting at a better price somewhere else. Over time, that difference can really add up. Now, I want to be clear. Our team will sell products from any lab if you're loyal to that company. If you've got a sponsorship agreement, or you're part of an ambassador program, or you simply prefer a particular lab, we respect that. But here's the thing. For all the reasons I just mentioned, we only offer fulfillment services through our preferred partners, which are currently listed on our industry partnership page. Why? Because these companies are built to provide consistent, high-quality products with efficient turnaround times, even during the busiest times of the year. They have dedicated customer service teams that respond quickly and effectively. Their buying power keeps costs manageable, and their systems are so streamlined, so we're not dealing with unexpected delays, long holiday cutoffs, or fluctuating prices. So if you want us to handle everything for you, including processing orders, drop shipping to clients, and addressing any product issues that arise, then choosing fulfillment through one of our trusted industry partners is the way to go. It's a system that works because it's built to support your business without unnecessary headaches. Now, if you prefer to stick with another lab, we can absolutely support you in the sales process. We'll handle the album and wall art sales, gather client customizations, export the album layouts, and provide you with a complete order summary. From there, you would be responsible for placing the order and working with the lab directly if anything comes up. So here's the takeaway. Yes, choosing the right lab matters, but it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is just making a decision, moving forward, and delivering beautiful finished products to your clients. The worst thing that you can do is get stuck overthinking this. You can always pivot if something doesn't work, but getting caught up in the analysis paralysis, that's really what will slow you down. So at the end of the day, our recommendations are based on what's worked for our partners and what's built the most successful businesses. If you need specific guidance based on your brand or your clientele, we're here to help you make the best choice for your business.